I'd love to ask you something, and I want you to answer it truthfully, not the polite version, your actual truth. When was the last time your life felt like it was actually yours? And I'm not after the successful answer, not the impressive answer, not the throwaway line of, oh, I'm fine, but when did it feel like it was fully yours? Because here's what I know about you if you're anything like me. You did everything right. You built the career, maybe you built a business, the life everyone said to build. You hit the goals and you are, by every measure that matters, winning. Yet underneath it, quietly, there's a voice saying, is this it? Hey, I'm Cat Saunders and this is Set the Standard. And I see you. Here's the deal. Somewhere along the way, you were handed a standard of what success looks like, what your day should look like, and how much of yourself you should actually give. Maybe what little of you time you're actually allowed to keep. But you never actually signed it like a contract. You inherited it and you've been paying for it ever since with your time, your body, your life, and yourself. This podcast exists for one reason, to remind you that you're allowed to hand back that unfulfilling contract, and say a big fat no thank you, this is no longer for me. Every single week, we take one standard you've been living by and ask the question that really matters. Did you choose this? And if the answer is no, we set a new one. Your business, your money, your body, your time, your relationships, one standard at a time, claimed back on your terms. Now listen, this is not about taking a flamethrower to everything in your life. You worked hard for it and you've built something amazing. I'm never going to ask you to apologize for your ambition or shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable with the small that they've settled for. This is a keep the success but lose the sacrifice vibe, because a woman is meant to feel her own agency and feel that safety is her birthright and choice over what happens both to and through her, not managed by a life that got handed to her without her informed, conscious consent. And we're going to begin with a big one. Episode 1 is about the tax you've been paying every single day without ever seeing an invoice, and it's called the later tax. I'll do it later. I'll have a break later. I'll call her back later. I'll have my life later. And in the thick of it, later can feel free. And we're going to look at why it is the most expensive word in your vocabulary. And that episode might genuinely change the way you look at your calendar, and it's just the beginning. So if you're that woman, the one who's been quietly exhausted inside from a life that looks perfect from the outside, welcome to my corner of the internet where I hope you feel at home. Follow the show, come say hi in my DMs, and meet me here every week. Because you were never meant to meet the standard, you were meant to set the standard. I'll see you in episode 1.